Alright guys, here we are. First look underneath the Mustang, and it is pretty nice. So this car is not an X275 car. It at one point I believe was an Ultra Street car, so big difference in time there. Rules are obviously different. I think turbo wise in Ultra Street you're limited at a cast 76. Right now it has a billet 94 on it, if I'm not mistaken. So we just pulled it up on here. We're going to Virginia Motorsports Park. You'll probably see this video the same day we're testing, if not the same day the video releases. So this is on the LS Nasty YouTube channel, slightly different from the John Doc YouTube channel. So we're at the shop, as you can see, got Phil's Hondas literally everywhere. And we're gonna just kind of give you guys a rundown on what we have going on here. A look underneath the car. A lot of times in the videos we'll have the cars up on the lift and we'll be talking and conversating and showing one piece, but we're gonna kind of walk through everything here. So starting off, obviously it's a Mustang, notchback, Fox body, what you want to call it. It's got a nice carbon fiber front bumper on it, and as you can see here, it's got the factory fenders still on there, so steel fenders, carbon fiber front bumper and hood. It's got a lift-off hood that Zeus is on. Here's the turbo kit, a pretty simple turbo kit. So this is an 8.2 deck motor, and pretty simple. You got I'd say down and forward facing headers that then go to a Y, single tile 60mm wastegate that go up to the precision turbo. I think it's a 94 billet wheel. That's what I'm told. Massive radiator with a couple fans, big transcooler with a couple fans on it, so cooling is really good. You guys might be wondering what this is. This is for logging back pressure, so that's nice. Holly Dominator setup on the car. We got a lot of different features that are running on it. Along with that, we'll just dive right over here to the transmission. We are doing charge pressure and what is it? Return pressure?
Converter charge pressure is the bottom line right here where this pressure transducer is.
Yep. And the other one is cooler return something. I don't know. I'm not big on logging.
Charge pressure is mainly what we're logging.
Okay, just make sure the converter's getting the right amount of pressure.
Right, you're right. Yeah.
So, K-member, it is a stiletto K-member, racecraft tubular lowers. It's got Santoff shocks all the way around. It's got some flappy loose travel limiters on it right now. Tubular front end, as you can see, it's lopped off at the frame rail there, and this goes down. No motor mounts on this. It does have a motor plate, so that is nice. So that makes it easy for an LS swap, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Just get another motor plate for a Fox body and you're good to go. The Holly does not have a crank signal pickup like an LS motor. On this it's running flying magnet.
Yeah.
And that's
with a distributor electronic ignition running through the Holly. That's essentially minus an MSD box. That's
similar to what we have on the black car.
Essentially
coil on plug stuff.
It's got this motor has an MSD cam sync in the front too, so it's like this tells it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as far as firing the cylinders go, and the cam sync lets it know when the cycle restarts.
Okay, so that's pretty nice. Anything else we know about the motor? I pretty much cover. Oh, it's got strange brakes on it, spindle mount.
Lightweight.
Yeah, lightweight. Everything.
Single piston.
Drag brakes from Strange. Again, Santoff shocks. It's got 15-inch weld V-series fronts with a 26-inch tall tire. We might not sound too enthusiastic because it is midnight and we have to leave at 4 o'clock in the morning to head to Virginia. So yeah, we have 4 hours to get this done. Is sleep on the schedule?
Potentially not. We'll know soon enough. Sleep will definitely be on the schedule as far as on the drive.
Yeah, the ride up there. Chris can drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, the motor itself, got ATI balancer. That's pretty much it. It does have an alternator on it too, which is important because some people are saying it's not a street car. Spindle mount front end does not make it a race car. The Black Sheep literally does not have spindle mount. So spindle mount is not a race car. It does have an alternator. That's a big component of a street car. Yeah, 16-volt alternator. Move back a little bit further. It's got a Cameron built converter, Cameron built power glide. Cameron converters, whatever on the cow, obviously work pretty good. They are the shit. This is aftermarket case, JW, everything. It's big, beefy. Hopefully a roller bearing tail shaft, because then that means we'll be 4x4 with roller bearing. Strange chromoly yoke. It's got a nice drive shaft. This is not an 8.8.
No, this is a Fab 9.
So I lied to you guys in the John Doc video. It does not have an 8.8. It's got a Fab 9 in there. I want to say that it's, I'm going to guess.
Like a racecraft?
Yeah, I think I see it right there. Yeah, I think it says racecraft.
Like racecraft brackets.
Yeah, so this was pretty much like a drop-in setup. Like they just got this made and put it in there.
See these?
Yeah, it's set up for Pro Jacks.
They're right here too.
Oh. Only if they knew.
Only if they knew.
Not necessary. You got 2 chances to hit your mark.
Yeah.
Anti-roll bar on this is in the trunk, low car stuff, sitting on the ground. Again, Santoff shocks, strange brakes. It's got some Mickey Thompson bead locks, some double bead locks on there. 15 by 10s, nothing crazy. Could probably go 15 by 12s.
Probably.
It's got the frame notched out of it. I bet it could. It'd be close for sure with this bolt right here, but nothing Brazel can't finesse in there. One thing I do like about the K-member and the rear end both have tie-down points. Super helpful for transport. Go back here, get the bulkhead for the fuel tank, 5-gallon fuel tank, run on Q16, which means not a super duper crazy badass pump. That's a big Aeromotive fuel pump with a Weldon filter. Here we got 2 different drains for the tank, for the ice tank. Because it's on Q16, it does have an air-to-water intercooler. You can't see it underneath the car. It's actually right behind the dash on passenger side.
It's decently sized.
Yeah, decent size. Got some big line going to it. Mustang stuff here with your factory style rear end. Chassis, yeah, all solid bushings on everything chassis wise. This is not factory. This is not factory. This isn't factory. This really does no support, but holds the drive shaft in there. So it's got drive shaft loop, through floor subframe connectors. What do you call this thing?
So this could be tubular, but what this is part of where your tube structure above this ties into the frame.
Yeah, so it does have some floor structure, but you can't see it from down here.
Yeah,
it's actually under the carpet.
Essentially, what you would consider part of your floor structure, and where it, you know, they cut the frame here and here, put this in, weld it around, some support, some gussets on the outside, and then they're gonna do things like tie this to the rockers, and then your main hoop more than likely sits on top of this.
Yeah, this is similar, minus this. I mean, these are similar to what the Salty Chicken has right now with the through floor subframe connectors.
And outriggers.
Yeah, and that's where the cage really builds off of, ties everything together. So chassis wise, oh, it's also got some stuff back here. The parachute mount is tied into the chassis. It's got some nice bars back here. Setup on the car, I'd say, is pretty nice.
It's got reinforced torque boxes.
That is big on these cars.
Yeah, so the torque box, it's got adjustable holes too inside the torque boxes.
Oh, to set up, to give yourself all the instant center you want. It looks like it did have a wishbone on it at one point.
Yeah, 1, 2,
and 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. FOXBODYs, you don't need to run a wishbone because it is triangulated. I'd say it's preferable, but I mean, yeah. Definitely. This car is not like a super light car.
No, definitely not super duper light.
I mean, it's FOXBODY light because it's a FOXBODY.
Yeah.
But other than that, it has.
Narrow too. Look at this.
Yeah.
We're like on the.
Yeah. Yeah. I blindly backed you up on this guy.
Well, you got it pretty good first try.
Yeah. What can we say? We're professional backer-uppers. Other than that, I think that's, I mean, it's...
They were nice enough to delete all the sheet metal out of the trunk, you know, and
yeah.
Because normally the spare tire well hangs down, you know, and they just went ahead, got that done, and then put this piece of, just this right here is for just, a piece of wire is for just holding this piece of thin sheet metal into the trunk, sealing the...
Just think that could be all carbon.
It could be.
Potentially.
That's how these things get real.
Yeah. All of this carbon, and then just have a little bit of metal right here. Oh, see here, look, you can see some of the The floor structure coming back through tying in there.
Yep.
So, yep, this car has it. It's 25.5 chassis, but it looks like, I mean, this isn't 25.5 stuff here, is it? I think it might have a couple extra bars in it.
25.5?
Yeah.
It looks like it's 25.5 with a couple extra bars.
Yeah.
Inserted for 25.5.
Yep.
And then there's some, you know, unique, like, I guess you could say, personal preference stuff added as well.
So overall, I mean, it's got a lot of really nice parts on it. Holley Dominator controlling it, which is very nice. That's what we're used to. I'd say the biggest thing that we're not used to is just the Ford engine, but engine is an engine.
It does sound healthy.
Yeah, it does. Someone made a comment that, like, it's the best running car that LS Nasty has, and I was like, whoa, shots fired. We like to neglect our tune-ups and idle on our cars, but they run great at wide open.
It makes life easy. I guess we probably have not had a Holley controlled vehicle around here
That we just let run in idle.
that we have an idle air control motor on.
Does this one have one?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's cheating. You know what? Whoever made that comment, you can revoke it.
Yeah.
Because that's like cheating. Everything we do is just straight up.
All you do with that,
Just tell it as an idle
tell
air.
it what you want it to idle at, and it has a PID control mechanism in it where it's like basically goes through and adjusts undershooting and overshooting a target until it gets used to it, and then you don't ever have to mess with it.
Well, in a couple hours, we're going to load it up in a trailer. And, oh, a zip tie literally just fell off this thing. Weight reduction.
Push that off.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. You guys have to check out the John Doc YouTube channel for the results of testing. And other than that, that's going to wrap it up here on the LS Nasty YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. A bunch of hot new shirts coming out on the LS Nasty web store. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like always, comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload.